not so loud. That creature in the next chamber is a tricky one. You must be my new apprentice. Well, let's start the lesson, shall we? Can you smell it? The dust of ancient elves permeates the very air of this old tomb. Ooh, that's a good phrase. I must remember it for my next book. But tell me, what brings you to this lonely place? Assistant? Oh, you mean that young Nord woman who's been hanging about? Very kind of her. But Narcissus Dren doesn't need to be coddled. I'm in the middle of a very important undertaking. There's more to this old tomb than meets the eye. According to an old scroll I discovered, this tomb was built atop two older structures. Imagine secret chambers that haven't been opened in centuries. And the family died out ages ago. No one to contest my findings. Except that creature over there. She did she? Probably told you she found it. Well, I had to translate it, and from the ancient Elven, no less. Difficult, even for me. Before I could begin my investigation, however, that creature over there appeared to harass me. It's a sneaky one. Silent as a tomb and twice as deadly. Even its shadow is terrifying. But it won't get the jump on Narcissus Dren. Slip into the chamber and see what its intentions are. I'll wait here. I knew there was nothing to worry about. Now lead on, my stalwart companion. This tomb won't explore itself. This isn't what I expected. It's rather small. This isn't something more interesting. Are you questioning? Let me see. This squiggle means tomb. Oh, wait. That's V, not D. Veloth tomb. Ooh, what's this button do? Deal with that, will you? Then talk to Elfbet outside!
Narcissus shot out of that tomb so fast. Just like that time my sister laughed so hard and mead spurted out her nose. Narcissus was so excited he went to find a mage to open a portal. Told us to meet him there. Wolfrey, pack up. We need to move. He did, and he told me to tell you. But why he needs your help when he has me, well, that's just beyond my comprehension. Narcissus said that he found new information. He said that the scroll was not about Drelath tomb. It pointed toward, you better get moving if you're going to help my Narcissus. Veloth tomb is on the west coast, just south of Nisus. Wolfrey can make his own way, just like you. He's reliable like that. Me? I might hire a mage. Portals are so much nicer than walking. see you found your way. It's nice that you want to help my Narcissus, but... Oh, yes. No? Of course.
Hello? Is someone out there? I seem to have locked myself in. Who's out? I recognize that voice. I knew you'd come and find me. As for my current predicament, how was I supposed to know it was a trap? The door slammed shut and locked behind me. So, do a dark elf a favor and open the door like a good apprentice? Please, there's probably a button or something nearby. In my experience, there's always something pushable. I remember seeing Daedric symbols on plates along the wall. Now you're just trying... Oh! Something just shocked me. No! What are you doing out there? Another obstacle overcome by the great Narcissus Dren. I find that escaping from an ancient... Indeed, Veloth tomb. Now we need to locate the hidden passages mentioned in the scroll, and the relics of Saint Veloth will be mine! To write about in my next book, of course. Stick close. I could tell you, but I work on an instinctual level. I know relics of historic value when I see them. Apprentice, you lead the way. I expect that locked door was the worst this tomb has in store for us. It's smooth sailing from here. Ah, yes. The old scroll. It did mention hidden passages. That's what attracted me in the first place. So I'll look for relics in hidden passages, while you keep an eye out for any unexpected dangers. See? Saint Veloth? Perhaps. It's more likely he's buried in his shrine in Deshan. This is the family tomb. Did I tell you my mother traces her lineage to this noble line? Whatever we're going to find, it won't happen if we keep standing here. So, one of them. And it's one of the larger and more significant ones, too. You should visit the place if you're ever in that part of the world. I could tell you, but I work on... I find that escape... Indeed, Veloth... I could tell you. Ah, yes. Ooh, this might be Veloth's long sought-after right pauldron. Ooh, remarkable hanging. Early Second Era, perhaps? Ah, the main chamber must be down these stairs. Now, this is a burial chamber. We just need to find the entrance to the hidden passages. According to the... I don't see any obvious lever or switch. That's too bad. Examine anything that looks unusual. That harp, for instance. That's an odd accoutrement for a burial chamber. I also spot an old tome strategically placed for our reference. Interesting. I need to supervise. You are my apprentice, after all. Now get down there. Historical research. I doubt there's anything related to St. Veloth in this chamber. Still, the inscription on that pedestal might reveal something. Do give it a look, apprentice. Perhaps that dusty old tome will suggest suitable offerings. Dust makes me sneeze, so you should take a look. The brazier ignited. That's a good sign. You're a natural. Although I suppose my mentoring has honed your talent. Happy to see the ancestors are materializing. I find ghosts to be rather Oh, well done. Perhaps I should charge for my tutelage. We did it! On to the Undertomb, apprentice! No dawdling, apprentice. There's treasure nearby. I can practically smell it. Isn't it exciting? We're the first living creatures to set foot down here in more than 100 years. This will definitely get an entire chapter in my next book. And that surprises you. Haven't you read my books? This is very similar to that time I unearthed the secret chambers of the Master Thief of Elsewhere. A pity my apprentice on that excursion refused to heed my advice. Walked right into a nasty trap. We search. You lead the way, while I watch for the telltale signs of a valuable item of historic significance. Hopefully even a relic of St. Veloth himself. Ooh, this is the part where Oh, that's a skill I developed. Finally honed in the heat of battle, both metaphorical and physical. So lead on, my erstwhile apprentice. Going first? That's an honor I wouldn't dream of denying you. And I'll be right behind you, offering advice and watching for opportunities. Something along those lines. But he was too eager, running ahead before I could offer him the advantage of my experience. You don't seem to have that quirk. Nothing important in there. An ornate coffer. I'll take a look while you deal with any other issues that may arise. Keep your eyes peeled for traps, apprentice. Pity that old scroll didn't include some sort. You keep bringing up... What? I'm sure you can handle this. Well, that's not something you see every day. Great opportunity for you to impress me, though. What a large vault! Imagine the expense that went into hollowing out a space this big. The ancestral tombs vary in size from single chambers to massive crypts, but I never heard of hidden passages until I translated that scroll. I believe the Veloth tomb is unique in all of Vardenfell. As such, it will make a magnificent tale. If the family still exists, they'll be thrilled to hear that the famed explorer Narcissus Dren has deigned. The Veloth family is welcome to any little trinkets we may find. All I care about are the big items of historic significance. Narcissus Dren is... I believe I see the treasure vault on the other side of this chamber. Away, foul creatures! The bracelet of Indrel Veloth, I'm sure of it! Ah, damn these trapped spaces and their tempting gaps. I hate it. So good of you to notice. I'm quite proud of my ability to turn any situation into a dramatic scene for my next book. Anyway, I believe you'll find another series of wall plates to push in the chamber to my right. That's a rather ungrateful attitude, after I graciously agreed to take you under my wing. If you don't let me out, however, we won't be able to use the key I found in here. I'm quite certain it opens the way into the next section of the tomb. Almost certainly. The scroll clearly described a final treasure vault, and we haven't come across anything like that yet. So, do a dark elf a favor. Found a jeweled glove and a sturdy key. Let's see if it opens the way into the next section of the tomb. Ah, sweet freedom! Onward! You deal with this. I wouldn't want to deny you a chance to demonstrate your impressive combat prowess. Hmm? Ah, so many spirits. Why they prefer tombs like this is beyond me. Apprentice, you missed. Tiles set in the floor. I've seen this before. Panels on the walls. Do you see any differences? I suppose the order is important, but a few of the panels have fallen into disrepair. Think of the stone tiles set into the floor as a giant locking mechanism. We just need to determine the proper combination to open the way forward. Of course, there's probably some kind of conundrum built in. Of course, but no two puzzles are ever exactly the same. The scroll described a proper path to ancient honors. Or was it to honor the ancients? No matter. Close enough. We just need to determine the correct order in which to walk the stone tiles. That's where the conundrum comes in. Check the panels on the wall and see if they provide any insight. I'll supervise. That's it. Just step in the proper order and the way will be open. Don't you just love it? Did you see that flash of gold? A blessing from St. Veloth for sure. Come to Narcissus, you beautiful golden head, you. And look, another passage opens. That will lead to the treasure vault most assuredly. I'm just none. They're on to the ancient crypt. My next book is going to be a trilogy for sure. Well, this isn't at all what I expected. This is ancient. These must be Veloth's early ancestors. I'll perform a thorough historical examination while you deal with any inconveniences that happen our way. expected your technique to be a little more graceful than that. Look at this. Preserved bodies, not cremated ashes. A technique that predates the earliest Dark Elves. Oh dear, I don't like the look of this. I'm sure you can manage. This is disappointing. Where's all the treasure? Narcissus Dren never fails like this. I blame you, apprentice. My translation... No, that's impossible. Ancient scrolls lead to discovery and treasure, not Isn't that a noble sentiment? But noble sentiments don't pay the bills or sell my books. You wouldn't understand. You have no sense of what it takes to do what Narcissus Dren does. You're nothing more... Of course! Narcissus Dren and the Well of Gold! One of my earliest adventures. I think you're right, apprentice. There's no water down there, and I definitely see a gleam of gold. Hey! I assume that was a mistake on your part. I reiterate my earlier observation. You're a terrible apprentice. Hello? Is anyone there? A little help, please?
Now is not the time to take a break. Narcissus will be out soon, I'm sure. It's good to see you again. That sounds like my Narcissus. Always wanting to explore just one more nipple. Good to see you again. Finished exploring the tomb. But where's Narcissus? I do miss that dark elf terror. That sounds like my Narcissus. Still hasn't